Now, when it comes to the spookiest of all holidays, there's Halloween, and then there's, well, Halloween, if you know what I mean. I'm scared.
And if you'd like to experience the latter of the two, trick or treat yourself to Terror on Tilson Street. This is Halloween in hyperdrive, and people come from all over the Midwest to see it. And believe me, you won't believe it either until you see it for your scared self. That's right, this street is full of some of the biggest and most scariest Halloween displays you'll ever see. But it's also full of people with some of the biggest hearts you'll ever know. And that's because they use the power of Halloween to give back to this great community. I took some pre-trick-or-treat time to talk with the heart and soul of this spooky street, Vicki Lee.
Now, a little Halloween bat told me that you just might be the person who's responsible for making this entire spooky, wonderful thing happen. Is that true?
I don't know. They blame it on me.
Okay, well said. But you've been here, what, 35 years on this
Yes.
street?
Yes.
Yeah. How did it all start?
Well, I think it was normal Halloween. My birthday's Halloween, so my mom would always decorate for me a little special, so when my kids were little, I did the same. And it was maybe a couple corn stalks, pumpkins, scarecrow. That was about it. And then we had about 300 trick-or-treaters at that time, and then younger families moved on, and
That's all you were doing?
Yeah, and then it just grew more and more each year. Now it's almost the whole street decorates, and 2,000 trick-or-treaters we prepare for.
Well, they say you can almost see it from space, from all the lights and
Well,
all
I think so. We should.
What was it like having your birthday on Halloween?
Well, that was the whole point of my mom doing a little special, because it's kind of like a birthday and Christmas, you know.
Right.
Everybody's having fun. So I probably one of the few people that can say I've got 10,000 people at my house on my birthday. So
I was just about to ask you, how many people come out to see this?
over the last couple of weeks, I'll bet you we have over 80,000 to 100,000 people down here.
Really? How much candy? You must go through tons of candy.
Well, trick-or-treating, it's not big treats. Can't afford it when you have 2,000. But I don't think they're here for just the treats. So.
And nobody's giving out toothbrushes, right?
No,
Oh.
no. Cough drops one year, the doctor did down the street.
Why do they always do that?
I know.
But what I love about this event is you've taken something that's normally just fun and good cheer, and scary for the kids, but you do a lot of good with this event too.
Yes, we have the Buzzley Memorial Scholarship, which is named after my husband. He had started it as a vocational scholarship, but when he passed away, we put it in his memorial. Right. And now we have a pay-to-play scholarship, 2 vocational scholarships in Wounded Warriors. We do an event, which was last Sunday, Kids Kicking Cancer, and these are kids that are being treated and can't trick-or-treat with the normal public because of their treatments. So that we had 120 kids here that day. Wow. And then we have a food drive, normally the last Friday and Saturday before Halloween.
Another thing you do that I love is you actually block off the street, so there's no cars going. It makes it safer for the kids.
Halloween night.
Right, and you've got something called the Bulldog
Security.
Right, what is that?
Well, my boys, when I think they were like 14, 15 years old maybe, they still wanted to be involved, but felt they were too old to do the trick-or-treating and all that stuff. So what they did, because they were athletes, they got a group of their fellow athletes to come. And because of kids being candy stolen at one time or this or that, now my son's one of the coaches at the high school, and he still brings some of his old football players. They come home from school or whatever, and they're still involved. A lot of them are alumni or little brothers of, the athletes, and they love doing it. They come out and they patrol the street, but they also go and hit the next 2 streets on each side of us.
Now, nobody has to decorate, right? There's no street meeting or neighborhood meeting where you have, it's just good spirit. People saw what you were doing, and it slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where these are the most spectacular exhibits I've ever seen.
And most of them, 90%, I'd say, are handmade.
Really?
Yes. They make all their skeletons over there. Those are all handmade. That's our cost. You go around, you find what you need. I had some blockade fence that I wasn't using, and figured there's got to be a way of using it.
Do you look forward to this every year, or is it just like, oh gosh, it's coming?
Oh, yeah. And, you know, we get together with our neighbors all the time year round.
Plot and plan.
Oh, man, we call them porch parties, and we end up on somebody's porch or visit. Kind of go a little dormant in the winter months, but we still see each other. And it always turns around to some Halloween thing, you know, but we don't. There's nobody forced to do it. We all enjoy it. For us, it's a free family night, and it's wonderful to see all these families, moms, dads, kids. And the only cost is if they want to buy a shirt or,
Right.
you know, that type of thing. And it all goes to scholarship.
It's all for a good cause.
Yes.
So that's what I love about this. It's not just about Halloween. It's about helping so many people and helping kids. And
Right.
so that I have to commend you for that. That's awesome.
We enjoy it.
Yeah. One last question.
Sure.
What's the day after like?
Well, some of these houses, it's amazing. They will go home at Halloween night.
Yeah.
Next morning, you'd never know there was any decorations.
It's all gone?
Yeah, I don't. Next morning's kind of a slow morning normally.
Well, I'm going out tonight. Guess what my costume is?
What is it?
TV show host.
Yeah, it's a pretty good costume.
Nice.
Yeah.
It cost me nothing.
Like clockwork, as the day grew dim, the crowds of candy-collecting kids and families converged on this classic community. So, I got into full character and set out to scare up some spooky testimonials.
You guys are all here for what reason?
Trick-or-treating.
Well, to get what?
Candy. And money.
And money. So how's your Halloween going so far? You got kind of a grim attitude, don't you? So did you bite this board?
Oh yeah, took a big chunk out of the board and her.
Right. And you're still hanging out with him? He bit your board.
Yes.
So you're Batman.
Yes.
Where are your muscles? And this is mini Batman.
This is Batman in training.
Batman in training. Did you decorate the Batcave this year? And cut. Perfect, thank you. Let me get this straight. You're a beer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I know a really good dermatologist. I'll get you his number. Yeah. Are those real swords? Okay, I was just wondering. Now show him your muscles. Look at those muscles. Hey, wait a minute. Everybody say Tilson Street. Say under the radar. Ooh, hi. Hi. Thank you. Oh, you're a crocodile.
No, I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I know. I can guess your costume. You're dressed as cold parent.
That's me.
I knew it. I was that last year.
If you want to treat yourself to a spectacular and charitable Halloween next year, the trick is to get your family to Tilson Street in Romeo. And speaking of Romeo, if you want to step way back in time and even sample some sensational sushi, spend a day in this historic town. And who knows, in a couple hundred years, they may be talking about how much fun you had here.